A $10,000 XRP might sound like a dream come true for investors, but according to a well-known crypto analyst known as Stellar Expert, that price point could actually destroy the very thing that makes the XRP ledger useful. His concern? If XRP ever reaches such a high valuation, it would make basic operations on the XRP ledger too expensive for regular users. That, he argues, would go against the foundational mission of the XRPL, to offer fast, affordable, and accessible financial tools to everyone. Let's break down what this means, where the community stands, and why this is more than just a numbers debate. The problem isn't the price itself. It's what happens on the network if XRP's price skyrockets. As Stellar Expert explains, every XRP wallet requires a small reserve of XRP to function. This reserve is there to prevent spam and network abuse. Until recently, that reserve was 10 XRP just to activate a wallet. But in December 2024, it was reduced through a governance vote to 1 XRP. At today's price of around $2.20, opening a wallet costs $2.20. Creating a Trustline, which allows users to hold custom tokens like stablecoins, costs 0.2 XRP or about 44 cents. However, if XRP hits $10,000, that same 1 XRP reserve would suddenly equal $10,000. And every Trustline, $2,000 each. That's no longer affordable. That's no longer user-friendly. And that's the point Stellar Expert is raising. As he puts it, even basic network operations would become prohibitively expensive. This would push everyday users and smaller developers out, effectively turning the XRPL into an exclusive, high-cost ecosystem. The XRP ledger was built on a few core principles: speed, decentralization, and low-cost access. It's meant to be a tool for anyone, from global banks to solo developers in emerging markets. If price increases make it inaccessible, that threatens the very purpose of the system. According to Stellar Expert, a $10,000 XRP would undermine the purpose of XRPL. It's not just about price. It's about function. If only a few large institutions can afford to use the network, it shifts away from the open financial ecosystem that Ripple and XRPL supporters have promoted for years. Not everyone agrees with this viewpoint. In fact, many XRP holders see the $10,000 prediction not only as possible, but as desirable. One prominent XRP supporter, known as Maven, responded by saying the concern is based on a misunderstanding of the network's technical design. According to Maven, the XRP ledger operates in drops, not dollars. A drop is the smallest unit of XRP, just 1/1,000,000th of a single token. Because of this, the transaction costs remain low, even if XRP's price rises. The fees are calculated in drops, and they're algorithmically set to be minimal, regardless of XRP's dollar value. More importantly, Maven emphasizes that reserve requirements, like the 1 XRP to activate a wallet, are adjustable. The community and validators can vote to reduce it again if prices spike. So, in theory, the network could adapt and maintain its accessibility, no matter how high XRP climbs. To quote Maven again, whether XRP trades at 50 cents or $10,000, the ledger can still deliver on its promise of moving value quickly and cheaply. What's really at the heart of this discussion is a tension between two goals: investment growth and ecosystem accessibility. Investors want XRP to go higher, but developers and everyday users want a network they can actually afford to use. Both sides raise valid points. If the price explodes, the system must adjust, or risk losing the open access structure that makes XRPL unique. But as long as governance can keep up, the network may be able to evolve without compromising its mission. This isn't just a technical issue, it's a philosophical one. What kind of future does the XRP community want to build? One focused purely on value, or one that balances value with usability? So, is a $10,000 XRP a good thing or a dangerous idea? It depends on how prepared the ecosystem is to adjust. As long as governance mechanisms remain flexible and responsive, the XRP ledger can stay functional, regardless of price. But the conversation sparked by Stellar Expert is important. It forces the community to think beyond hype and focus on real-world consequences. Because at the end of the day, a high price means nothing if no one can afford to use the network it runs on. Thanks for watching. Keep asking questions, and remember, price is only one part of the story.